Joeaby, by profession, you are an architect.
Oh, yeah.
What was the most challenging situation that you've had to... Let me rephrase. What was the most characteristic about yourself that you had to work on in order to become the architect that you are today?
Well, probably your first question was actually more apt in this situation.
Okay.
Because being an architect wasn't really my life dream.
Okay.
I found myself in a situation where I was always creative, always like to coordinate things, but at the same time I wasn't really sure what to do. I always liked branding and marketing, which, like I explained before, I still do branding and marketing, but mostly branding. But my father, he was a contractor. He restored buildings, and him being a bit traditional, he's not conservative, but being a bit traditional, he told me, this is a very respectable profession, be an architect, look at the architects we work with, they're really good, they drive nice cars, like they're well established. Today we know it's very far from the truth.
But it changed because in the past it used to be like that, right?
It used to be, but we're talking about, so I got into university in 2006-07, and it had already started to change quite a lot. So we're talking almost 20 years since I started to consider university. And it was a tough process for me that really made me face my demons sitting down at university and study. But at the same time, today I'm here because of everything I did. I'm not going to say with all the choices, because some things I didn't choose. But
what were the struggles at the time? What were the demons that you had to face at the time?
I think, mainly it was mental health.
Okay.
It was the first time I started to experience mental health, studying for my levels, studying at university, and this feeling of claustrophobia, and of course it resulted in anxiety. But claustrophobia because I was constricted to stay in a place and do something that I didn't like to do.
All right.
And that was especially when I had to study the sciences. So even though my mind can tackle sciences, I don't really like it, to tackle it on a scientific level. I'm more of an arts person, more humanities person. Nowadays I find myself tackling languages and other humanities like the law or politics. Those come more natural to me. In fact, at university in the last 2 years, when we were dealing more with law and policy, I did much, much better. It was much easier for me. So yeah, I guess that would be the biggest hurdle I had to overcome, and it's something that I'm still working on and dealing with every day. I guess you get better and better at it, so it gets a bit easier.
You get better at coping with it.
It's not even just coping, it's understanding what really works.